Tesla insurance rates have gotten in the last few years, and I'm sure those of you who drive one of these beauties can feel a bit of a pain that I feel as well. There's a IIHS study that came out recently over the weekend. I'll tell you where we all stand and what's being done about that. Also, some Model 3 news. And NIO, the Chinese-based company, is making a lot of noise this week, and that's the company that I've been watching for a while now. Some promising news coming out of their headquarters as well. Let's talk about it. Coming up next.
Taking over the world. Electrifying the world. Electric.
Thank you for those of you who are watching me on Patreon live right now. Thank you for contributing to the show. Of course, if you're watching me in the replay on YouTube, welcome. Thank you so much for checking out the show. And of course, don't forget to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, as you can see, I got some exciting guests coming up. Chad Bulge from Chevrolet Communications. We're going to talk about some good and bad stuff that's going on there. Of course, Chevy Bolt, and Patrick George, the editor-in-chief of Jalopnik.com, and a few other guests that I'm in process of booking. If you have a suggestion, definitely let me know. All right, let's talk about Tesla insurance. Tesla Model S, came out in 2012. When I got it, my insurance was like $120, and now it's almost $200. Now I'm the same guy. Nothing happened, no accidents, no tickets. So just to tell you that it went up more than 50% for me. And over the weekend, the USA Today published article that that was based on a study that Insurance Institute for Highway Safety came out, and basically it rated Tesla Model S as the most expensive car to insure. It's on average $150 per month in the United States, and an average payout, that's what insurance kind of paying claims per year, is $1,300. If any of you who had a Tesla and had a problem where that has to be fixed, with help of insurance, you guys know that if you look at the bill, it's ridiculous. I remember somebody backed into me back in 2013 or 14, just backed into me, kind of smashed my headlights and everything. It was like $22,000 bill altogether. Now, I know they've improved with their pricing and availability of prices of parts, but nevertheless, it has definitely skyrocketed to the top of the list. Now, I've conducted my own survey in my Facebook group that I have for Model S owners with over, 25,000 members right now. As you can see, majority of people are somewhere between $100 and $150 dollars. Now, that's up there, I have to say. And of course, and so under 100, only about 20%. And there's about 13% with over $200 being paid out. Now, of course, it matters what, your age, but usually people who own Teslas are usually up there in age, so therefore experience is pretty good. We usually don't drive as crazy, even though we have Teslas. So our records usually have less points on them. And so these are pretty high rates for people who are driving this type of cars, I have to say. Now, of course, this is mainly because of how expensive parts and labor is. The not such good availability, well, actually complete unavailability of shops that are independent of Tesla. Those have to be Tesla certified. Now, I think John in the chat room earlier said that he broke up with his 30-year relationship with Allstate just because they were charging him almost double of what he is paying now with the new company that he picked. Now, I stayed with Farmers myself, but as you can see, this is something that has been a concern. Now, Tesla has come up with a page called Insure My Tesla. It is in cooperation with what is it? Not Allstate, but I completely forgot. But I've tried them. They gave me a quote higher than I have right now, and that's what a lot of people have experienced. Liberty, I believe it's the insurance company. So, it was really hard to get a hold of them or even get a quote. So it looks like it's not working out for a lot of people. Now, Tesla is still working on their own insurance. They're actually offering it already in Australia, in Hong Kong, but it hasn't come here to the United States. Everybody thought it would by the end of last year, but apparently it's still in works, but we're all hoping. Now, by the way, the second most expensive car to insure is a Mercedes S-Class, and the third one is Mitsubishi Lancer two-wheel drive. So Very interesting. Not all of them are luxury cars, as you can see. All right, before I move on to the next topic of Model 3, let me remind you this show and this channel is sponsored by Evanex, the aftermarket accessories for Tesla. If you want to grab your own discount code in the description of this video, please go ahead and do so, and that way you can save yourself a few bucks. I know some of you in the chat room are saying that you don't see my feed anymore. Not really sure why. I have a pretty good connection, but yeah, I had a power outage right before I went on the air, so so that's ironic. All right, so let me do this, since everyone's just going to figure that out, hopefully on their own. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so the next one, of course, is the Model 3 news. And Elon tweeting, this time not controversial, believe it or not. He's just saying that all-wheel drive performance is going to be the car that they're going to be making first before they make the just an all-wheel drive regular. That makes sense. He obviously explains that they have to get as good of a margins there for the new type of a model that they're producing. So that makes sense. So the first ones that will get to configure this car, I should be in a second batch, but pretty closely. I'm not going to be configuring it, but I'm just saying a lot of us are going to be able to have a chance. And of course, all-wheel drive performance will be the first option. All right, let me switch to another company that I've been watching pretty closely. And this is new. It's a Chinese-based company. But along with Byton, it's one of the few that are actually targeting North American and European market with this SUV that they're already selling in China at $70,000 US before incentives. And incentives in China are really good. And they're looking to take it to American and European markets. Now, they have filed for IPO here in the United States. They've kind of submitted their initial paperwork. People are saying they can raise us $2 billion, which should be enough to bring this car to the market here in the United States. And I'm looking forward to this one. Why? Quite a few reasons, but one of them is made the news because they've opened the very first, let me scale it for you, very first battery swap station. Now, I know Tesla tried this and they decided not to go with this. I think that's because, sorry about that. I think it's because they've done it not maybe in the most productive way, because you had to kind of pick your battery up on the way back from LA, and there was just one station. So that was, I mean, I didn't even try it, even for the experience, because I wasn't really sure if I was going back using the same freeway or if that's when I'm going to need more energy. But NIO, I think, is doing it the right way because you're basically going to be able to swap batteries and you don't have to return it. You won't have your battery. You're kind of going to be on the lease program. Of course, they're also going to have fast charging and a mobile charging. So where another vehicle will come and charge you at your location. I'm not really sure if it's going to be charging or also battery swap. Probably charging in the beginning. But I love all of these options that just kind of move us forward and that also give us other ways of fast charging. Nothing beats battery swap. I'm really sorry that Tesla ended up not going with that technology, and I'm really excited that these guys are. So I'm looking forward to seeing them hopefully successfully move to the US and European markets and start offering these stations here. The first one open in Shenzhen, China. So that is pretty exciting news for me. I've been waiting for this car to make news and to hopefully succeed, not just in China, but in a global market. I'm probably going to be going to CES Asia, and I'm looking forward to maybe seeing this one in person. All right, guys. Again, sorry for all of the power outages here. It's kind of out of my control, and sorry about the feed. It looks like it was freezing, and now it's back for some of you. But I will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow, as I always am. On Patreon, and of course we post it on YouTube pretty much immediately. All right, see you guys tomorrow, and remember to stay charged.